Anyway. What do we got?
What a derailment of this show. This show is
The wheels have fallen off the bus.
All right,
the wheels on the bus. Go.
We're going to wrap it up.
We're going to bring it back.
Got to win the crowd back.
No.
We lost the room.
Hey, Frankie Valli, he gets the people going.
That's just too many points.
I was like, hey, Gabe, how's it going? I love your work.
Dudes on the Mall is the podcast to listen to.
Well, we're back, and we are in person.
Guess who's back? Back
again.
again.
Shady's
We are back. Holy shit. All right.
I'm not going to attempt to sing. It'll go
You should.
I mean, you could.
No.
Yeah, he could.
No,
I'm encouraging.
we don't have.
I know what Brandon sounds like. I'm just encouraging it.
We can't afford to lose any listeners right now. Am I the only one coming in with a false sense of confidence this week?
Yes,
Yes.
you're delusional.
I really don't think so.
You are
You didn't watch the
delusional.
Kansas game.
I watched the first quarter.
You didn't watch enough.
Didn't watch enough.
You
I
didn't
know
watch
I
enough.
watched enough.
I'm fully prepared to have the same Saturday that I had 2 weeks ago.
Well, if you're preparing for us to walk in with a loss, you shouldn't have your expectations high. So you should
That's
be
true.
glad that it's a noon game and get it out of the way.
That
Get
is
done with.
a very good point.
I will give you this. I am fully prepared to cover. Fully prepared.
Cover's a win for me.
Fully
Yeah.
prepared to cover.
Yep.
We cover this game. Win,
Hope so.
you're psycho.
Hey,
All I'm saying.
all I know is that if I was to ever take a too many points of the week, this week is the one.
You think we're too many points?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I have one that's a little bit higher than ours, but
Nah.
we'll get there.
19 and a half, too many points.
That's a lot of points.
Would you believe me if I told you I had a 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's a
games
lot
like
of
that
good ones
this
this
week.
week.
Oh, we got a good one. 19 and a half is a lot, though.
It is a lot. I don't
Especially
know-
for a conference matchup.
I don't know the last time we were dogs by this much. I mean, we've lost by obviously more than this.
Last
but-
time we were dogs by this much was against Cincinnati in 21?
Really?
I think it was 21.
Their playoff year?
Yes.
We were dogs by that much.
We were dogs, I think by 19.
Huh.
I mean, we got
Don't fact
we
check.
got
Don't,
shafted
don't
that game.
That was a bad game.
Yeah,
A
all right.
bad game.
That was a really bad game.
Do a little bit of history here. Go ahead.
Well, while Josh does his history, we are back. The flag line tonight is set at 3.5 for the mere fact that since we hung it up about 20 minutes ago, it has not fallen yet.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to go 4.5, but since it hasn't fallen, we're going 3.5. And I am going to take the under.
I'm also going to go with the under. I have not heard any tape movement, and that's
think
throwing me
I got
off.
it
So
up there
I'm
good
taking.
It's not even waving or anything like that, so I'm going to go with the under as well. And here's my fact check. Cincinnati was minus 21.5.
Wow.
Wow, dang. They
So-
covered that.
They did cover. Unfortunately, they did cover. 56-21 was the final.
Yeah, they covered that, for sure.
If you look at the win probability on
Oh,
ESPN, that is just brutal.
Oh no,
Bad.
it doesn't even look like a graph.
It's
It
a
just looks like-
straight line.
Well, it is Oklahoma week. Playing Sock Boy this week.
That jabroni.
I will be on site. I'm glad I waited to get my tickets. Prices went down a lot and actually got decent seats. I'm excited personally just to go. That being said, for the last 2 weeks, I've been looking for stuff to do in and around Oklahoma City, Norman, Oklahoma. There ain't nothing there. There's nothing.
You're not far from OKC though, right? Like you can.
Oh, no. 30 minutes from OKC,
Yeah,
but
still
there's
nothing
nothing
to
to do in
do. Yeah,
OKC.
yeah, okay.
The only thing that they have is the Thunder, and they don't play.
I was about to say, I mean, you can go see the Thunder. You can go see it.
Preseason.
See the arena, you know.
No, trust me, I checked the schedule. They
Okay,
got nothing
all right,
going
all
on.
right.
That was the first thing he checked.
It's the only thing there was to check.
It was the only thing to check. We land at 11 a.m. on Friday, and we leave at 2 p.m. Sunday. With a noon game, we got a lot of time to kill.
If you Google things to do in Oklahoma City, number 1, Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 2, Oklahoma Sooners football. And then after that, it might as well just be
I'm
random.
being serious. Oklahoma Sooners football is in the top 10 of things to do.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
In the
It
area.
should- it probably
And
should.
that only happens 6 to 7 times a year.
I don't even think UCF Knights football's in the top 25 of things to do in Orlando.
Definitely not.
Not even close.
I did see the National Weather Center is there, so maybe I'll go check that out.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't think
Awesome.
I don't think. I don't think you could actually get in, but maybe they'll just stop by the outside.
Their Friday nights must be crazy.
They're chasing tornadoes.
What if you saw a twister?
That'd be pretty wild.
That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe cow flying or something.
Whole ass cow. Cars, houses. No, I want to see a whole ass cow in the sky.
Well, this week we got our game preview. We're gonna do a draft tonight. We also have return of our picks, and due to the week per usual, I think that covers everything for this week. So looking ahead for this week against Oklahoma, which team? Well, I'm gonna ask this question. You're gonna know it. How many yards of offense per game do you think Oklahoma averages total offense?
A lot.
Give me a number.
625.
Okay.
No, wait. How much do they average per game?
Yep. Offensive side.
That might be, is that an overshot? That might be a little.
That's a little high.
that's
I'm gonna say
5 something then.
no. I'm gonna say like 490.
490. Okay, Josh in at 490.
You gotta think it's an
I
average.
think it's above 515. They've had a lot of shootouts. Too.
Wow. If we were Prices writing this, Josh would have had it. 506.
Dang.
Now,
Rest in
we
peace,
get
Bob
a UCF guess.
Well, we were really high, and
We were
then
good until-
I mean, we still have put up decent yards.
I'd
even
say
though we're
like
getting,
that's like a. I'm gonna say like a 385
Yeah.
to like 415 range.
It's
So
gotta
I'll
be
lock
close
it
to
in at
4.
405.
Yeah, I was
405.
I'm gonna go 395.
395. 516.
Wow.
All right, maybe we are winning.
Boys, we're going to have an offensive shootout on Saturday. Depends where we get the ball. Just so everyone's aware, UCF in red zone efficiency this year is 110th in the nation. But if we get the ball on the 21, the 22, anywhere outside,
we're
we'll
fine.
score from out there.
We're totally fine.
We're good.
I mean, we saw this trend happening starting in Boise. I mean, they would go in the
did.
red zone. It's like, all right, time to go pee or go get your concessions or whatever. Because
Begging them to go a step out of bounds on the 21 or
Step out early. Step out early. Before I get into the stats real quick for UCF and Oklahoma going into this, keys to the game, red zone scoring for UCF if you want to keep it close. On Gus's press conference today, they said that they think that the issue is a scheme issue with stopping the run. He said he did wild concept.
That's what I said last week. Dude. It's like 399 yards does not happen.
yeah,
So it sounds like we're going to have some guys playing in different positions that maybe they haven't been in. Ricky Barber is back, which is huge for the defensive line. But offensively, have to capitalize, can't make turnovers. Defense just needs to get off the field. Dylan Gabriel sees ghosts. It happens. They only
happy
scored-
Halloween. Woo.
They only put up, 20 points against Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is
Yeah.
hot trash.
No, I watched that game, and Dylan Gabriel looked, especially early on in that game. Dylan Gabriel, as soon as he got past the 50, I mean, he was starting to pull
Yep.
UCF. He was choking. I mean, he had a turnover. He had a fumble on like the 10-yard line or something
Yep.
like that, like one of their first drives, and that just completely just shifted the momentum. There was like kind of like that oh shit moment. So
Well,
I will say we know better than anybody that most of the time that happens to him on big road games.
yes, not at
They
home.
are-
Does
they
not
are at
happen
home.
That being
So-
said, at home this year, their last home game was against Iowa State. They won 50-20, but they did play SMU the second week of the season at home, and the final score was 28-11. Keeping that one.
I
out
do
there.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
SMU hung
was
around.
SMU coming off of their ACC announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma's coming off of their win against Texas, so they had the bye week just like us. But to look ahead, after this week, they're at Kansas, so I'm not going to say it's like a look-ahead game for them. They should be dialed in, ready to go. But out of everyone in this country, we should all know that Dylan Gabriel, while he has put up insane numbers this year, has his flaws that we can expose.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be dialed in on the deep ball, but he's gonna make a couple of decisions where he throws the ball into an area he shouldn't be throwing it into, and if we can just get 1 or 2 picks, maybe a fumble, who knows, could change the game. Coming into this matchup on Saturday, JRP will be starting, so we won't see Timmy as of now. We'll see how that goes. He's supposedly around 100%, but just for I can't give a quarterback comparison since we basically had 2 quarterbacks play 3 games for the whole year. Gabriel has thrown for 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, it doesn't have his, actually I don't see his completion percent on here. So he's completed 141 of his 195 passes. All their damage is through the air. Their leading running back has 53 carries for 239 and 4 touchdowns, so roughly about 4 yards per carry.
He's having a good year.
Yeah,
That's almost 75% completion percentage.
yeah.
That's really good.
That's really good.
But just for the splits, Oklahoma's offense 341 through the air per game, 164 on the ground. So we really haven't been tested throwing the ball this year at all. Like we
No.
really haven't.
And we could have been, but teams just figured out that they could run it down our.
We could have been, but
Yeah, I mean, think
teams
about
figured
it.
out the weakness.
They saw the weakness early and they exposed it.
They're like,
That's
oh,
just
okay.
How it's gone.
Well, the thing we have going for us is we have an explosive offense that's going to be going up against an explosive offense.
Depending on JRP.
Depending on JRP. But hey, if we can just run the ball and not make stupid mistakes and not have bad penalties, like we have a fighting chance. We have a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come out here and say we're going to win, even though I did. We're going to win. But like
You're not that guy, but you are.
Oklahoma's defense. Here we go. Number guesses. UCF defense. How many yards are we giving up per game on the season?
Oh, God. I don't want to
It's,
500.
no, no.
450.
No. Lock me in at 425.
387.
No.
Average is
lying.
Okay, there's
387.
outliers
There
in
is
there, though.
there is one outlier. Okay, Oklahoma defense. Average guess. Yeah, I'll give you some reference. For Texas, they give up 30. Iowa State, they give up 20. Cincinnati 6. Tulsa 17. SMU 11.
They're probably up there. I would
Just
say.
because of the Texas
Yeah,
game,
the Texas game
but,
alone is an outlier
I
in
mean,
itself.
They're probably near us then, 360.
No, I'm gonna say 390.
353. So they can be
Still went over,
they can
you
be
lost.
exposed on the defensive side. I'll give you this stat real quick too.
Okay.
These are defensive rankings.
Oh God.
Our third down defense, this is per action, 118th in the country. Can't get off the field.
So we just don't. We have
Can't
to
get off the
stay.
field.
So we have to stay offensively out of the red zone, and we can't let teams go to get the third down.
Yeah, we gotta get turnovers.
And our
Yeah,
turnover
which is turnovers.
is horrible
Our
this year.
turnover ratio, we're 120th.
Oh, brother!
And for reference, Oklahoma
No.
is third. But we have made the most of our turnovers because we're 15th in points on defense.
This FPI 5% is starting to make a lot more sense.
5.8.
5.8. Sorry, so
No.
round up to 6.
It is, but
But this is where we have an advantage. I'm looking for everything we can get here for Saturday. You ready for this?
okay.
Our pass defense, 27th in the nation.
Okay.
Okay, that's respectable.
There we
That's
go.
let's
Again,
clap it up for the
I'm
program.
going to
And
clap
for
it
the
up, but
boys.
I'm also going to throw a little asterisk in there. Most teams are running the ball against us. That's
Hey, if our look, if we
I was a riding high, man. Come on.
if we addressed the problems, we addressed the scheme.
big ask.
They had
Yeah.
2 weeks to do it.
Not enough time. 400 yards rushing, Brandon. Not enough time.
If we just fix the problems, then everything will be okay. Is what you're saying?
If we fix the problems, we have a team that is capable of competing.
You're right.
You are correct.
They are capable of it.
I also have this is my bright spot that's getting me through this weekend and like a false sense of hope. All the football players that you talked to and X when we talked to him had
This is
this
the game
game
they were
circled.
Yep.
If they're figuring something out, they're doing it for this game. Because they want this game. I'm trying to convince myself it's not really working. But
Dude, I mean, you couldn't sell me anything right now.
no,
I'm sorry.
I'm looking for a bright spot, dude.
I'm sorry. It's just I can see right through it. Maybe it's just because like I know you, like I can see right through it. So maybe the listeners are looking like running through.
He believes.
Yeah, he believes.
I don't
it.
believe. I just.
You got guys in their cars right now just fist bumping.
Yeah.
Just let's go.
Well, sorry, I was catching up on some Twitter stuff real quick.
No,
I
no,
forgot
you're-
to check.
You're good. You're good.
You're good. We're just recording a podcast.
I
here.
know. No,
That's podcasting.
No, I was checking our account. I was looking for something.
I posted a video about him. Now
What were
he's
you
like, I gotta go
originally
see
looking
myself.
for again?
What?
You said you weren't you like originally looking for something and then you went on Twitter.
Yeah,
So what were you looking for?
I can't say it on here.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I was just looking. I forgot I was doing.
Never mind.
knows.
Yeah,
Justin
I got
knows.
you. I got you.
Justin knows. Anyway, what do we got?
What a derailment of this show. This show is
The wheels have fallen off the bus.
All right, we're
wheels on the bus. Go.
We're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back.
Gotta win the crowd back.
No.
We lost the room.
This weekend,
What a wonderful audience.
Wow, you're a terrific audience.
for the first time this year, I am excited for concessions. I'm gonna get it out. Okay. All right. So, I found
It's
it.
bold. Getting your hopes up like that.
My hopes are high. Oklahoma has done a good job at letting you know what kind of food they have in the stadium. I'm just gonna give a couple.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that we do a good job of telling you what food we have in the stadium.
We do a great job telling people shit. I'll tell you that.
All right, they've got a everything's boom or something. So I'm just gonna leave that part out because I don't want to give them any credit. They've got a fried. It was like a fried steak. Oh, I'm sorry, fried ribeye sandwich. Solid. Sounds solid.
Fried ribeye sounds good.
Fried ribeye.
Actually sounds really good.
They have like cup nachos. It's like it looks like it's basically like nachos in a cup, but like I think you can eat it with a spoon. Is the way they're making it.
Man said they got cup nachos. It's like nachos in a cup. What are we doing here?
They got brisket sandwiches. They've got ribeye hoagie.
A ribeye hoagie.
Fried pickles. This is a good one. They got a foot-long corn dog that's covered with bacon, chips, and queso.
Oh!
I'm back.
I'm in.
Nobody likes corn dogs more than me, dude. Nobody. That sounds so good.
Pause. But corn dogs are delicious, especially like the ones you get at like a carnival or something
Dude.
like something that comes
Oh
out of
my
a.
God.
If you give me a corn dog out of a truck, it's automatically
Oh my
delicious.
It's better than like a street dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, pause.
No, they got Korean barbecue.
Love Korean
I
barbecue.
love Korean barbecue.
They've got some sort of ranch bacon burger. Like I'm excited.
This sounds great. I can't wait for you to walk up and be like, "Yeah, all we got is a bag of chips."
I'm gonna walk up and go, "Can I get the corn dog?" And they go, "Sorry, we don't
Sorry,
have
we're
those.
out. Yeah.
We're out."
The sign literally says corn dog.
So you can have a water and you can have fries with no chicken fingers.
Awesome.
There we go.
So I think honestly,
You know what? If that happens, I'll apologize to Fan Experience.
okay, that's fair.
In my next,
I'm sorry.
in my survey after after our next home game, I'll apologize.
All fives, all the
Clearly,
top
there's
score.
something going on in the supply chain.
Just like,
You're
I'm
good.
sorry. I would like to apologize. It's the
well-
Big 12 way.
Yeah. Well, it's 11 a.m. kickoff, so I think Will and I we're gonna do the alumni happy hour at 5:30. They got a brewery, and then we're doing it with the alumni tailgate. So I'm interested to see what kind of food they have there as well.
Food in Boise was good.
Food in Boise was good, but it's gonna be it started 3 hours before kick in Boise. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
So they're gonna be opening up at 8 a.m. in Oklahoma.
they better give you guys
They're gonna give us
breakfast.
breakfast.
Oh, speaking of the alumni tailgate, did you guys get a letter in the mail?
Yeah, it's
I think
tax
that's
write-off.
hilarious.
Wait, you guys got a letter in the mail?
Yeah, you didn't get it, dude.
No.
It was like for a $5 donation.
Oh, yes. It was
I
like,
think
yeah,
I think
10.
you were
I
eligible.
mean, I'm not very well versed in donating to UCF because I'm broke, but like I thought that was hilarious.
Well, I mean, your season tickets, you get some sort of
No,
donation to it.
Take $20
Yeah, that's right,
off
that's
your
right.
net worth there.
But that was
Maybe your
100%.
taxes.
That letter was triggered because we 100% bought the
yeah.
tailgate. Yes, it was
And
like
I
for like
'cause I
yeah.
got it and I was like, I didn't make a donation.
Your
And I was
write off
like,
here
oh.
is like $6.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
like, that's
I
great.
I threw it away, dude. I was like,
Well, I'm writing mine off. You kidding me?
$6.
I've done two. It was 10 per. It was $20.
Wow,
Congrats.
congratulations.
Hey, I'll get $1 extra dollar or two back. Every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
counts, all right, yeah.
So we'll have that going on. Then again, we won't have Brandon gets lost on Beale Street. We'll just have
Brandon gets lost in the
Brandon gets lost in the
Great
desert.
Plains.
Brandon gets lost in this field.
Brandon gets abducted by aliens.
Brandon thought it was a corn maze, but really it was just lost.
We're gonna look at Find My Friends, and it's just gonna be Brandon last seen in just some field. His phone's dead.
Oh, all right. We'll move on from our game preview.
This is a mess. I love it.
All right, we're doing a draft this week.
We're doing a draft.
Thank
How
God.
are we determining who's going first?
All right, so I think it should go.
I think that Josh should pick because he won the last draft.
I did win the last draft.
So
Not only did I win the last draft, you guys got
we got
clowned
timeout.
did.
Yeah,
for the
Last time we
draft.
did a draft, me and
It was
Justin were the
bad.
laughing stock of Twitter.
You guys got
was bad.
clowned, and it was bad.
It was bad.
I'll take the first pick.
Okay.
And you guys can play rock, paper, scissors for second and third.
All right.
I don't know which one's more desirable.
Really, it doesn't matter.
I really don't care either.
All right, I'll set it then.
Okay.
The winner gets the third pick. The loser gets the second pick.
Okay.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
Rock,
we got
paper,
double scissors.
shoot.
We got double rock.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
We got double rock.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yeah.
Hey, Justin wins with the scissors for all our listeners
We're
out
going
there.
third pick then for me.
So third pick, yeah.
Okay.
So one,
Alright.
2, 3. So we just go around here, whatever.
Snake back.
Yeah,
And
snake
then
it
how
back.
many rounds are we doing?
4.
Four
rounds?
Four
Okay.
rounds. Yep.
Our draft this week is UCF Traditions. Doesn't have to be football. Can be anything associated with the university, academic, non-academic, social, athletic, anything that can be found involving UCF. So with the first pick, Josh.
So, I mean, I think it's rather obvious, I'll say, only because it's been featured a lot around media and it's just been, one of the talking points, especially I was really good with picking Traditions being a tour guide at UCF because, I had to sell the
Dude,
stuff.
he's got
Your
an
face
unfair
is on the
advantage.
side of the building.
My face, well, it's not on the, it's on the
inside.
website.
Oh,
On the website, yeah.
It's on
I thought you were
the
inside.
no, it's on a website. Yeah, they reused it for like
I saw-
out of state
yeah,
students or
recently,
something like
yeah.
that recently, and I was just like, oh well, I'm from
You look like
Florida.
a child in that.
Yeah, yeah, that was like 40 pounds ago. Anyway, with the first pick in the Traditions Draft, I am going to take Spirit Splash. It's just a really unique event that happens once a year. It's what everybody raves about. It's also probably where COVID started too. But yeah, it's fun getting all the rubber ducks and all that, splashing around in the pond, the whole pep rally at the beginning. Spirit Splash takes 1-1 for
Got
me.
a duck every
Yeah.
year.
Every year, 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Congratulations.
Technically, I could have gone 5 for 5.
I
But,
have, I have a double duck of one of them. One year I got 2.
Did you sell it?
They're all on my nightstand right now.
Oh yeah.
Did you sell that second duck?
No.
No.
Good man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because people will catch
Obvious
2 ducks
1-1.
and
I like that. That was the only one that I was for sure. Like,
That's
that's
the for sure
the
number
1-1.
Yeah.
I think this draft can go a million different ways.
There's
though.
a ton
Yeah.
of different ways you can
yeah.
go with
There's
this.
yeah.
So,
All right, Brandon.
I was going back and forth with what I was going to take, and I feel like also this just has to go hand in hand with it. Zombie Nation at football games.
Yeah.
Has
Yep.
to go
That's
too.
the clear one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna.
That
go.
one's self-explanatory. Pick 2, Zombie Nation football, or just any sporting event really.
Yeah, this is tough because I have a lot of good ones. Some of them are like more for me though, I think, than anyone. So
See,
it's
I'm
like kinda
thinking in
tough.
terms of the public because I
Right.
want to get clowned again.
So
Frankie Valley on this list.
I ain't go- no, I did not put Frankie Valley on my list. So I'm gonna go with the public one. Everyone that was a student visited or did this at like while they were on campus. It's tailgating on the mall. I mean, we're the dudes on the mall. Got to go with tailgating on the mall for the 1-3, and then the 2-1. I'm kind of in between 2. I'm gonna go with this one. It was great experience. I think it was kind of newer. I don't know how far back it goes. I'm going with Universal Nights.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a great one.
Universal Nights. It was a great they started doing it online later in our college grade, but like
Waiting
at the
in that
beginning,
line
we
was
would
just
get in
part of
line
the
at like
experience.
6 a.m. and they only had a set amount of tickets. And then our favorite ride was One Fish, Two Fish, and it was just
Not the Cat in the Hat? What the fuck?
Huh? No,
No,
dude, One
One
Fish,
Fish,
Two
Two
Fish,
Fish.
bro.
Really?
What a time.
I was a big Cat in
So
the Hat
Universal
guy.
Nights was a great time. I really don't know when they started that, or even if
It's
they
been
still
going for a while.
do it.
Yeah,
to
it's
be
been a long
honest.
No, they still
time.
do
They
it.
do. Okay.
This
cool.
was pre us entering college. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Well, yeah, I figured that, but I didn't know like how.
For those that aren't aware, Universal Nights, UCF rents out all of Islands of Adventure or Universal, and they do, I think it's 10,000 student tickets.
Yep.
Well, you can bring guests too.
And you can buy a guest ticket,
Yeah.
but they give you a free ticket to go and they rent out the park for the night.
What is it like? 6 to like 2 a.m. or something like that, or it's like 8 to 2
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah. I think
I think
it
it's
definitely
6.
goes till 2 a.m.
It goes till
Yeah.
2. I think it's like 6.
Yeah, 6 to 2.
No,
a.m.
I think it's even
Well,
earlier.
or
Than
no,
that.
I
Isn't
think
it like
it's-
4?
yeah. I
well,
think it's at 4.
you get it. The event starts I think at 6 or 7
you
or
can
something like
enter
that,
early.
but you can
Yeah.
enter.
Gotcha. Yeah. So.
I've got 2 that I'm going back and forth with, and one's athletic, one's not. I'll go the non-athletic one since I already took a sports one. I'm gonna go grad picture on the seal in
Yeah,
the Union.
that
Yeah,
was the
it's-
other one I was between. Yeah.
Bless
a great
America.
pick.
4 X's I just put on my list here.
That was just such a freeing moment when
Yeah.
you finally
Yeah.
step onto that seal.
Dude,
for
it's
the first time.
surreal too.
It takes a long time
so
to wait in that line
yeah,
to
when-
do it when it's busy.
When you stand in the middle of it and you start since the acoustics of the student union, like everything is like all the sound is centered towards that center point. If you start talking in that center point on the seal, it sounds like your voice is being projected like all over the place.
That's cool.
It freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, like I need to get off this thing right now. Like this is like I'm being haunted.
Yep.
Something like that.
Did you almost step on the steel? Step on the seal at any point?
All it, I,
Oh, yeah.
I
They
came
would
so
have the
close all the
ropes
time.
down.
Well,
They catch me off
dude.
guard.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, they would just like, well, especially around like grad
Yeah.
week or whatever. But like, I'd have my headphones in. I'm like walking through the union. I'm not even thinking about it, and then I just like catch myself in the
So my
act.
problem was when I was giving tours, we would have a stop in the Union, and the spots. We all had our preferred spots, but when my preferred spots were all gone, I had to go up next to the seal. So like, if I lose my balance or something and I fall backwards, I'm a clumsy guy.
Big gust of wind.
Yeah, just a big gust. As those doors open, just push me over. No, it's just I'm constantly like I'd be talking and then look down and make sure my heels aren't kind of clipping it.
One time I saw a person like horse collar someone by the backpack to keep them off of it, like because they were about to walk right on it. And I'm convinced to this day that I don't think they know each other or knew each other because they both just
looking
like
out for each other.
walked off in separate directions.
That's also
Great.
15
Respect
yards.
to 'em.
So, all right, so you had grad picture on the seal. Okay, I have a couple here. I'm debating. I'm gonna take one of these. I'm gonna take an athletics one. I think this is probably one of my personal favorites. The war chant after a third down stop.
Going.
I think it's just
It's fun.
awesome. It's an intimidating thing, and it's just like kind of like a hey, we got to stop on third down. Thank God. We haven't heard it much this year,
We haven't heard
but I
Do you
just
know
like
why
I
we
like
do that?
No.
Side to side. I learned this when I was a kid. It's because you're waving your sword back and forth. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I did not
My
know
mom
that.
was in the band and she learned that, or like the
Color
majorettes
guard?
or whatever, yeah,
Yeah.
color guard or whatever. And I think she's the one that told me that when I was a kid. I don't know. So I can never unsee it.
We also learned that the fight song has words.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight song has words.
Yeah.
You know how I learned that though? On a souvenir cup. I was like, what the
Oh,
hell?
I learned that at orientation.
I did learn that at orientation too. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to orientation, but I was looking at a cup and I was like, what are these words? And Michaela, my fiance, says, those are the words to the fight song. And I was like, we have words
Yeah.
to the fight song? And I found that on a souvenir cup.
I
So-
got humbled real fast at orientation because I was like, they're teaching you all the like traditions, like the war chant, the whatever, and I'm like, I know all this stuff already. I've been going to games since I was 2. And then they started singing the fight song, and I was like, what? I got
What is
humbled
this? What
real
song
fast.
is this?
I thought it was instrumental.
Gotcha. So we're on round 3 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my 3-1 pick here. This is another good one that not only we do at UCF, but it carries over to other places like Orlando City Soccer, and
Dang
that's
it.
yelling Knights
That's what I was gonna
during
say.
the national anthem.
Nice.
So Gabe proved
I didn't even have that on my
through
list.
the
That was
Knights
one.
Tough.
is what I'm taking at 3-1.
I'm really confident that I have some pretty good ones then.
So
It's a good pick though.
this is not worthy of a pick. I think maybe if it sticks in 10 years, it could be a pick. The lights up, lights down at the games.
Yeah.
It's not
I
worthy
thought
of pick
about that,
right
but
now.
it's not
not
yet,
worthy
yeah.
of pick right now. But I think it will be in a couple of years. Man, Josh just threw me for a loop because I wasn't thinking one of you guys were going to take that.
Got him. Flustered from the beginning of this podcast. We've been getting him good this whole time.
I got.
He got.
Got.
So I think
Dead air.
I think I'm going to go with I don't know if this counts as a tradition or not. I'm going to go with a sleeper. It's not my favorite, but because I never do it, but I loved when I was a student watching people do this.
Okay.
Is going to be the classic, let me follow you to your car for your parking spot or offer you a ride to your
that's
car
a really
for
good
parking
one.
spot.
Wow.
That's a really
I
good
didn't
one.
even think of that as a tradition, but you're right.
That is a tradition. That is 100% a tradition.
I hopped in multiple shotgun seats of cars because
Yep.
they wanted my parking spot, and I was like, hell yeah.
That's
Whatever,
safe.
bro. What are they going to do to me? We've all done it. And then I would rather be in their car and like sitting with them than them just like tailing me. I don't know. I felt weird. Like,
No, you make them tell you.
I hate it, bro.
Do you know how much gas you burn when you're idling?
follow-
Oh, so much.
You burn so much gas when you're idling. Let them burn that gas. Like you want this, you got to earn
Get
it.
them. That's going. Can't believe this one hasn't been picked. I don't know if this is a tradition or not. You guys can tell me if this doesn't count, but I feel like if that's a tradition, then I'm taking this one. I'm going trucks in the outfield at baseball games.
That's a great
good
one.
one.
Yeah, no, that's a tradition.
Yeah.
That is
Trucks
a tradition.
in the outfield. I mean, that's a little bit closer to home for us than a lot of people, but wow, is that fun.
And we'll be back.
And we'll be back soon enough.
Bringing out our quarterback in center field.
And then for the 4-1. Man, I have so many on here. I kind of want to go for a non-sporting event one. But I don't want to give you guys this other one if you have it, because I feel like this has to get picked. So I'm going to go with this, and I'll talk about the other one. We have to go with the space game.
Okay.
Space game. 4-1.
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I was trying to be unique. It wasn't
Yeah,
trying
I
to be
didn't
basic.
want to take it, but if it's still on the board in the last round, I gotta take the space game.
Value pick.
I have if it is an old tradition,
It's a tradition.
does it count? Like no, I feel like they don't do it anymore.
It's a tradition.
I'll
Was it a
give-
tradition when you were there?
I'll give it to you.
I don't even.
How old of a tradition is this?
I think I know what you're talking about, and I'll give it to you if it is.
I'm not gonna take it. I won't take it.
Okay.
It was me light up UCF.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that
No,
happened when we were
I would
students.
totally give you that one.
You would?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna take it
Okay.
though. They haven't done. When's the last time they did that?
But like
Before COVID.
Before COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think they did it in 20. Did they do it in 2019?
2019, yeah. Darby and I went on a date to Lights Up UCF in 2019. That was when we met, I think.
Oh, how cute!
Or maybe it was 2018.
How
I don't know.
adorable!
It's been because I only went like 3 times, but I always thought it was cool that they did an outdoor ice rink in front of the arena.
That was cool. It was really fun too.
All right, my last pick. This one's gonna be very niche and only kind of be relatable to some people, but it's going to be the tradition of the scramble of finding a night to do all of your intramural sports that does not conflict with a night class.
That's awesome. I would have gone with the scramble to find an extra girl because we're short.
Oh man! All right, so the last pick of the draft. I'm gonna go with this one only because I absolutely abused this. When I say that I did this every week, I think I missed maybe 2 or 3 weeks of this specific thing, and that's dollar ice cream cones at Toppers Creamery.
That was the one I almost took. The Toppers dollar.
Toppers. Every time I walk by on a Wednesday, I got one. I think my top score of a Wednesday, I think I had 5.
5.
Because I walked back and it was throughout the whole day.
Especially
it wasn't
freshman year, because like going towards the dorms.
No, it was like that's the. Yeah, every time I walk by, one Wednesday, every time I walk by,
Didn't
I got
they
some.
move at one point?
They did move.
They did move at one point.
Do you know where
yeah.
they're at now? Are they?
I think-
Still
I
I
think-
have no
alive?
idea.
No, they're alive. I looked it
Okay.
up today because I wanted to make sure that it was still a thing.
It's like I always got them next to the pond.
I think that's where they're still at.
Okay.
They're still
but
next
then
to the
they
pond.
were also like.
They were in
They
the
were in
another
the-
spot.
they were in the union.
They were in the union,
Yeah.
and then they moved to the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was a
So-
really good one. I didn't think anybody had that one. That's a great,
I had
great
it.
last.
I had
pick.
it. So all right. So my 4. We'll just go in order. I had Spirit Splash. Then I had the War Chant. Then I had the Knights during the national anthem, and then I had Dollar Ice Cream Wednesday for Toppers.
I had Zombie Nation. I had following people to their cars for parking. I had the intramural flag football scramble for Knights, and crap, what was my other one?
Did you do Lights Up, Lights Down?
Like
No.
no. You didn't do Lights Up UCF.
No, Lights Up, Lights Down.
No, I said I wasn't doing that one.
I thought you did say you were doing that.
No.
He said it's
I
not.
forget what my
He
second.
said it's
my
not ready
second
for a pick yet.
It was my second
Jesus
pick.
Christ.
I didn't write them down.
Hold on, I
I
might have it.
We'll
I
listen
marked
back.
it off because
We'll-
you had it.
Don't step on the seal?
Yeah, seal. Yes.
The seal.
Oh, that's
Graduation,
what you
yeah.
had. Okay, gotcha.
I had it written
I-
down
I-
on mine as
sorry.
don't step on the seal. I've been
I'm
marking.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been. Look at you guys. I've been staring at this picture of Gus the entire night,
it was up there.
and it keeps throwing me off.
This is a meme.
That's what Brandon just looked like trying to remember his second pick.
For anyone that doesn't see, like Josh and Justin are facing away, but I'm angled facing the TV of this just perplexed look of Gus, and it's been there this entire time. And I keep looking at it, and I keep losing my train of thought.
So good. Yeah, and then my 4 were tailgating on the mall, Universal Nights, trucks in the outfield, and then the space game.
Well, I feel like I'm going to get last now. Mine are very specific.
They are.
They
I
are.
very much enjoy yours, but I feel like not a lot of
If
people.
you didn't go to UCF, you can't appreciate mine.
Well, if you didn't go to, I guess yeah.
Some of the other ones.
Justin
are-
was about to say, if you didn't go to UCF, you're a bum.
No, I was about to say if you didn't go to UCF, you wouldn't get a lot of these. But then I'm like,
Some are a little.
3 of the 4 of mine you would get even if you didn't
Yeah.
go to UCF.
I mean,
so-
even the casual, like, if you've heard of UCF, you might have heard of Spirit Splash.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
I'm banking on the first two. The other ones are like more for me personally. But,
Yeah, if we were playing fantasy football, you'd get the toilet seat for sure.
yeah. Dude of the week.
Dude of
Dude
the
of
week.
the
We have a
week.
new winner.
A new winner, Mr. Josh.
It's not a new winner. I won the first week, but I haven't won since then. I was on
Yeah.
a real cold streak.
Really?
Yeah, the
You haven't
first,
won since the public
I haven't
stat?
won since the public.
Really?
stat.
Okay.
So I'm kind of happy riding this high. But yeah, Ethan Bacon, my man, took one in the nuts for me. Appreciate you, dude.
Love it.
So
Love it.
I
Wanna
guess
kick us off?
I'll kick us off and go first. So my dude of the week is actually it's a group of dudes. My dude of the week is Creed.
Creed.
I'm taking
Nice.
Creed because
The Rangers.
the Texas Rangers. So they just won again today.
Yeah.
They're 7-0 in the playoffs, and they've said, publicly, we listen to Creed before every single game, postseason game, just to get hype. They're 7-0. Now this past weekend, Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins made it known that he played Creed for the entire Vikings locker room, and they won against the Bears this weekend.
We
so
better play Creed on Saturday.
To be fair with the Vikings, though, they barely beat the Bears, and Justin Fields got hurt.
W. That's all I'm saying. My dude of the week is Creed for these amazing postseason and midseason performances and hyping
Cool.
people
I like
up
it.
since they played at the Super Bowl.
I like it.
I'll go
ahead.
stick the same
Yeah.
order. My dude of the week. At first, I've had a lot of things that it was going to be. It was going to be the Tulane player for peeing on the field at Memphis.
It's a
But-
great picture.
It's a great picture. You didn't see it. One of the Tulane guys went to the corner of the stadium at Memphis' stadium while they were playing Friday night and peed on the field. in the corner.
We've all done it. Like found a corner, but I mean that guy was on national television and found a corner.
And I found something that topped that.
Oh,
God.
My dude of the week is Owsley the Owl, FAU's mascot.
Oh God.
Oh, I know what you're
FAU,
talking about.
I
Yeah.
didn't see this, but I know they
FAU
curb stomped USF. Yeah.
clobbered USF this
I
past
think I
week.
know exactly what event you're talking about.
Owsley proceeded to run out to midfield and plant the FAU flag in the middle of the bowl
Nice.
on the 50. And then the players were like, no,
The players
don't
like,
do
"Don't
that.
do that."
And then Owsley proceeded to then take the flag and plant it again at midfield. Dude of the week, Owsley for planting the FAU flag on the bowl.
Love that. Keeping the tradition alive of just
And they did horns down multiple times. They're
Good.
getting the hang of it.
good. I'm proud of
I'm
I'm so
so-
proud.
I'm seeing kids growing up.
It's so good. Love that. Okay, so my dude of the week, I also have the Tulane player pissing written down, but I'm not going to go with that one. We're going to go with the Kent State kickoff unit is who I'm going with, and I'm going with the whole unit because I don't know whose idea it was to do this. But if you guys didn't see this, Kent State was playing, was it Eastern Michigan, I think, this weekend? And in true Maction form, on the first play of the game, Kent State decided to kick an onside kick. Okay, great, whatever. They didn't recover it, that's okay. A lot of onside kicks don't get recovered. But not a lot of onside kicks get returned for touchdowns. And Eastern Michigan literally just scooped the ball up and practically walked into the end zone for a 7-0 lead 6 seconds into the game.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I expect nothing less from action, but even that made me chuckle a little bit, dude. It was really funny. So I don't know if the special teams coordinator called that, if the kicker was just like, I'm going to try something, so we're just going to go with the whole kickoff unit. Like
Everybody's
that.
included. Everybody's guilty. Oh, man. All right, so dudes of the week. You want to recap them?
Owsley the Owl, FAU mascot.
Kent State kickoff unit.
And Creed.
That's a solid three.
Creed.
Got a little bit of everything this week. On the plays.
On to plays.
We'll get to Josh.
Hey, wasn't that bad. It was not bad.
It wasn't that bad.
There was one part of it that's bad, but the rest of it was not
yeah.
that bad.
I'll run through mine really quick. I had a 4-3 week, so I won't say staying hot, but staying above 500. I'll hit the losers first. The wagon, the wheels fell off. Jacksonville State did not cover. +6 against Liberty. This one should have been a win. Worst beat I think I've ever had. WVU -3 against Houston. Full roller coaster of emotions on that one. And this one was just bad. It wasn't bad. It was just wrong. Toledo Ball State over 52.5. I believe they put up 23 or 24 points total. But my winners, Iowa, Wisconsin, under 37.5.
Hell yeah.
Always a lock. Missouri +2.5 against Kentucky, outright winner. UNC -3.5 over Miami, and then the double down UNC Miami over 56. Season total 27, 22, and 2.
Love it. So I had a midweek, exactly 500. I went 4-4 and 1 push. And I don't want to be that guy, but a lot of bad beats. Could have easily gone 7-2.
Not an excuses guy.
Not
that's
an
what I'm
excuses
hearing.
guy, but could have easily gone 7-2. We'll talk about them now. Starting with the losers. We have, like Brandon said, West Virginia -3 against Houston. Thought it was dead, then it was alive, then it died again. What are you looking at?
I'll see how far in we are.
Okay. Last second Hail Mary to end the game. Terrible. Rutgers, Michigan State. I had Rutgers -5.5. If you guys didn't watch this game, it was the game of the weekend. Rutgers scored 15 points in 4 plays. I thought this play was dead. Rutgers blocked a punt, then scored a touchdown, then converted the 2-point, then kicked it off to Michigan State, and Michigan State just decided to not catch the kickoff, and so Rutgers got it back, and then they scored on that, and they just couldn't find a way. They ran out the clock, and so they didn't end up covering the 5.5, and they won by 3. But what a game. They were down by 14, I think, at some point, and it was awesome. So, then 2 bad losers: Maryland -14 against Illinois, outright losers, and then Auburn +11.5 against LSU, just dead to me. The push: Oregon +3 against Washington. They absolutely sold going for it on the 4th down at their own 47 or whatever.
Bad. That was really bad.
And then 4 winners on the week: Louisville Pitt over 47. It was pissing rain, and they still hit the over, so that's awesome. K-State Texas Tech over 56.5. UNC -3.5 against Miami. The wagon stays hot. And then Notre Dame -2.5 against USC by a lot.
Well, boys, they say here at Dudes in the Mall that we are always breaking, shattering records. Gentlemen, the perfect parlay died on Tuesday.
Didn't even get the post.
I literally had not even made the graphic yet.
The podcast was live, published on Tuesday morning, and the perfect parlay died Tuesday night.
Yikes.
Just absolutely terrible. We're not even going to talk about that. But last week was the week of the unders for your boy Joshy, and despite the criticism from the fellow dudes on the mall, I went 3-4 on unders. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. We'll start with our losers. Auburn, LSU, under 62.5. Well, I don't know why I even took that one. That was terrible. FAU, USF, under 58.5. FAU almost did it by themselves.
Yeah.
Again, curb stomp them. That's awesome. Kansas, Oklahoma State, under 57. Just was never that. Florida, South Carolina, under 51.5. It was never going to be that. And my winners, Coastal Carolina, App State, under 61.5. That's also what killed my perfect parlay. So, whatever, App State. You know what's funny? I'm looking at these now. All of the ones that won. So I have the under 61.5. My other 2 were both unders, and the lines weren't even at 50. I had Iowa State, Cincinnati, under 47.5. That hit, and then I had the Iowa Wisconsin. I know you took it at 37.5. I had it at 36.5 for the memes,
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. It still hit. So overall, 3-4 on the week for your boy. My record this year, I'm still above 500, 27, 25, and 2. Nice. So I need to figure something out quickly before I get in the red here.
I think I forgot to announce my season total. It's 34, 26, and 2. So
They're all about pretty close.
all doing well. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 8 plays this week.
I have 9.
Same.
I'm sorry.
And I don't love any of them.
I can't count. I have 7, actually. I have 7. You don't like any of yours?
I mean, I do, but
I like mine.
I have a trend for my first 2, and then my other 5 are just all over the place. This one, I really wanted the half point given. I kept checking. I didn't get it. But they are undefeated against the spread this year, so naturally they are going to not cover this weekend, but I'm still going to take them. I have UNLV minus 7.5 over Colorado State. That half point's going to kill me. I feel it. Also undefeated against the spread, and I think that they're going to be outright winners this weekend. I am taking Penn State plus 4.5 against Ohio State.
I agree. They will probably be outright winners this weekend.
Oklahoma State's getting hot. I'm going to take them plus 3.5 over West Virginia. I also think OK State will win outright. The last 5 meetings for these teams have gone over, so I'm going to also take the over. I have Kent State and Buffalo over 45.5.
Great pick. That's exactly why I took that. My man knows how I look at plays.
This team could do it by themselves. Michigan State, I've got the over 48. Also could be done by one team. FSU Duke, I have over 49. And then Miami and Clemson, I have under 49. And then
That's
those are
respectable.
plays.
And under.
That's respectable.
All right.
Respectable card there.
So I have 9 plays, like I said. I also have a little bit of a theme for my first 3. That's why some of them I'm kind of like, but whatever. So my theme is teams that are bad against the spread, fade them for my first 3. So with that theme, we're going SMU minus 18 against Temple. Temple is 1-6 against the spread this season. Moving on, we're going to go with Arkansas minus 7 against Mississippi State at home. Mississippi State is 1-5 against the spread this season. And what was the other one? It was Iowa minus 3.5. That's the one I don't like because I really don't want to take Iowa. But
They might not score 4 points.
Right, but Minnesota is 1-5 against the spread also. So I just saw those and I was like, okay, great. And then my duplicate was Kent State and Buffalo. You had over 44.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
45.5.
Okay, I have 44.5.
Okay. I'm going to leave it 45.
Okay, perfect. Like Brandon said, last 5 times these teams have played, it's all gone over, so we're going to take that. Moving on, I have Oregon minus 19.5 against Wazoo. Coming off a loss, they're probably angry. They're going back home, and Wazoo coming off a terrible loss to Arizona. I think it was like 44-6. Then I'm going to take Tennessee plus 8.5 against Alabama. This game is in Tuscaloosa. I feel like this game's always kind of close. Tennessee won it outright last year. I don't think Alabama's that great. I think Tennessee's looked a lot better the past couple weeks. And the fact that it's over a touchdown line is the only reason I really like that. So I'm hoping for a touchdown game there. I still see Bama winning it, but the wagon stays hot. This is a lot of points, but I'm taking it anyways. UNC minus 23.5 against Virginia.
That's a lot of points.
UNC's my team. I got to ride with them. They're up to 5-1 against the spread this year, I think. So, yeah, UNC minus 2.5. Then Ole Miss minus 6.5 against Auburn. Auburn dead to me. This is a spite play after last week. And then my too many points, my last play, too many points of the week. Army plus 30 against LSU. This game is against LSU. It's at LSU. However, I don't think LSU will do our boys dirty like that. So, Army plus 30.
All right. Well, I also have 9 plays as well as a perfect parlay. So we'll get going. First one, the Rutgers University minus 5 versus Indiana. I think they could do that.
Dead to me.
Yeah, okay. Oregon versus Wazoo. I'm going to go over 60 in this game. I think Oregon, like you said, they're coming off of that terrible loss. They're going to absolutely light it up. And I think Washington State could fire something up too with that loss. Mm-hmm. Always got to fade the Bulls, so we're going UConn plus 2.5 versus USF. I think UConn could win outright.
Imagine a UConn outright win against USF.
I would like cancel the rest of the season. I probably would just get rid of the university. Like I would just
might as well.
That's it. It's not
it's
not accredited anymore. Minnesota, Iowa. What do you guys think I'm taking?
The under.
The under. 32.5.
Oh my Lord.
Under 32.5, Minnesota, Iowa. This is going to be like a 10-7 final, I'm telling you. My too many points of the week, and just hear me out on this. Houston, plus 22.5 versus Texas.
Oof. I don't know about that one.
That's my too many points. I think it's too many. I think it's too many. UTSA minus 3.5 versus FAU. FAU is now officially dead to me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go with UTSA there in the Dookie Butt American Athletic Conference. I wonder who's been there before. Ole Miss minus 6.5 versus Auburn because Auburn sucks.
Dead to me.
And then TCU, Kansas State over 57. I think that is going to be a defenseless game. Over 57 there. Finally, for my plays, Arizona State versus Washington. Over 58.5 because Washington is probably going to do it by themselves. They are so good.
Yeah, Washington's really
And then the perfect parlay this week, 4 legs plus 1287. First one I've got here, Baylor plus 2.5 versus Cincinnati. Give it to me. Second line, I'm fading Brandon here. I've got Ohio State minus 4.5 versus Penn State.
don't like that.
Third one I've got here is Oklahoma State plus 3.5 versus West Virginia.
That's another fade.
It's
No,
another.
Oh, no,
sorry.
yeah,
Right.
no,
You
no,
took
it's not.
Oklahoma
It's not a
State.
fade.
My bad.
No. So Oklahoma State plus 3.5 versus West Virginia, and then I have Tennessee, Alabama. I have over 47.5 in that game. So perfect parlay plus 1287, 4 legs. Baylor plus 2.5 versus Cincinnati. Ohio State minus 4.5 versus Penn State. Oklahoma State plus 3.5 versus West Virginia, and finally over 47.5 Tennessee versus Alabama. This might be make or break for me this year. Let's hope I don't.
Calling it now.
Cry.
Bama, Tennessee, final score 24-21.
That's exactly why I took Tennessee plus 8.5.
I just see it. I can see it now.
I like looking at all their like previous games. Like they're all gross wins.
Yeah.
If that happens, Brandon, I'm canceling your flight home. I'm calling. What are you flying? Delta?
Yeah.
Calling Delta myself. Being like, my name's Brandon Harkins. I would like to cancel my flight. Don't want to go home.
Oh man, yeah. I don't want to be left in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you won't have anything to do.
For reference, for the UCF Oklahoma game this weekend, line is currently at Oklahoma minus 19.5. 70% of money is on UCF spread.
Too many points.
Too many
Many
points.
points.
Too many points.
And the over/under is currently at 64.5.
Absolute shootout.
Absolutely, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be a shootout. Our last 4 games have all hit the over. No defense will be played. Right at noon, ABC, 11 a.m. Central, 10 o'clock for our friends in Boise.
Really quick before we close out the show.
The flag.
The unders
I was about to
hit.
Say yeah.
The
Flag hasn't fallen once.
The unders hit.
I was staring at it when you're doing your picks because I thought the right corner was gonna fall. For the first time, this is a good sign.
For the first time ever,
Things are changing.
Tides return is the bye week.
it was the bye
It was a
week.
get right week.
We had to fix the problems.
You know what? When we started the flag counters, when we started losing games.
It is.
It's the
It
correlation.
is.
That's
That
it right
is
there.
The correlation. We
Correlation.
found it.
Hey,
Hey,
this
this
Good vibes. There's
this-
I was talking about the bright spot earlier with the game circle. This is the new bright spot.
I would die if this fell right for signing off.
Hurry, end it.
This podcast went off the rails, but gave proof through the night our flag was still there.
Noon ABC Saturday. I will be there. The field will be flat and not curved for our friends that know about ECU. Go Knights. Charge on.
Sure, John.
Charge on.
Dudes on the Mall is the podcast to listen to.